Brittany! I'm just sitting here in my car. I dropped my brother off at an appointment to have his eyes stabbed with needles, so I have some time to kill, and I thought I would hop on here and see if anybody wants to chat. There she is! Hey, you. Did you finish your cooking? Yeah, he has, I always forget if it's glaucoma or cataracts. I think it's cataracts. So they have to put needles in his eyes to release pressure or whatever. He has this done every so often, and then they're trying to get him to some certain state of eyeball so that they can eventually do a surgery to correct it. Sides? Who needs sides? I'm glad it's not like super bright out today, and it's definitely not as hot. Somebody else has entered the chat. Oh, and they also have exited. You can probably hear my AC running. I'm like staring off. How's everybody doing today? Wow, a bunch of people just popped in. Let me see. Gotta fix some chat settings so I can actually see all of them. There we go. I'm just sitting in a Walmart parking lot near the hospital where he's at. Did you bake the fish, Brittany, or how'd you make the fish? I don't eat salmon myself, but I have made it before. How's everybody doing today? Oh yeah. Do you bake it in foil with like lemons and herbs and stuff, or? I wish I could minimize the live and like do other stuff. You can if you do screen share, but I don't really have anything prepared for that. It's just impromptu. I agreed to this when he asked me yesterday and then promptly forgot all about it. So I got up for the day and then piddled around, as you do. And then I went to bed. I went back and laid in bed to wait for my pills to kick in. And I was just thinking, oh, I'm going to edit some videos, and I was just glad it was a relaxing day. And then my brother knocked at the door, and I was like, dang it. So I had to get up and get out of the house. Let's see. Oil, lemon juice, and the salt, paprika, oregano. Yeah, that sounds like a good combo. I'd be putting some lemon pepper in there too. I'm not much for seafood. I'm allergic to scrimps, but I do like cod, halibut, and oh, that one. I actually really like that one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I guess it's like a bottom feeder and stuff. It's so funny to me how people act all weird about certain kinds of meat, like the other meats they eat are just as disgusting when they're alive, Tilapia, that's what it's called. Yeah, salmon's really good for you. Isn't lox salmon, when people have bagels and lox, isn't that like thin sliced salmon or whatever? I always thought that was really weird. Right, exactly. Pigs are very nasty. Yeah. Throat is gummy today. Oh, is it good? When I was a kid, I used to eat popcorn shrimp. I remember doing it when I was young, but then I got an allergy to it. I've developed a bunch of allergies in adulthood. You're top fan! See? It's just like the picture I sent you. I was prophesying. Here, we'll take a screenshot. Here, I'll pull up the top fans just so we can prove it. Oh, yeah. I remember him saying that. My brother is allergic to all seafood and cotton seed oil, or I don't know, a few things. Occasionally, very, very occasionally, I will have clam chowder, but only from Ivar's. I don't like. I know people eat like a red clam chowder or something, and that's not my thing at all. Like just a little bit of the creamy white stuff. That sounds awful. The cream-based clam sauce, it's not getting any better. Another topic. Jeez, Brittany. Such a bad influence. I fear we are getting sick again, and I really am sick of it. So how's P today? And Chew. Machu. Or Shoe. Oh, you gotta make sides. Is Angel working tonight? Oh, wow. Probably getting ready to have a growth spurt, huh? So, I forgot about this, but last night I was already in bed and Kenny came and like, "Do you feel that?" And I was like, "No, what?" And he was sitting at the table at a chair, and he felt like some distant loud rumbling or something, and then the ground shook, he said. And I hadn't felt it at all, and we checked, and there wasn't any earthquake activity that I could find. So we were like, that's weird and everything, and I commenced to doing just laying there and falling asleep or whatever. And not long later, it was the weirdest thing. I'm not sure if I can describe it. It was like my bed rocked toward the end, like the head of the bed rocked really hard toward the end of the bed and then back. But it also felt like I had like dropped into it, and I was dozing off. I was starting to fall asleep when it happened, but I was awake, like, so it wasn't, I tried to think, well, maybe it's like when you feel like you're falling out of the bed, but it wasn't like that at all. And Kenny and Avery didn't feel it, so I don't know. I just thought it was really weird. Oh, goodness. I actually haven't checked today to see if there was any earthquakes mentioned. I mean, I knew there's a bunch of earthquakes that have been happening under Mount Rainier, but we're not very close to that, so. Yeah. I've been through, a couple minor little shakes. Our biggest one was, it shook pretty good. That was probably in like 2000 or 99. No, it must have been 2000. They've been talking about Washington getting hit with the big earthquake for years. But the earthquakes under Mount Rainier were calming down last I heard. Actually, I'm going to minimize the live real quick and go and see if there's been any earthquake activity. Yeah, I don't see anything being mentioned. Oh, hey, Leo. Oh, snow. Wow. Did you get much snow when it snowed there? We get snow, but well, this last year we had quite a bit, and I was having to drive 35 minutes to work through a lot of snow. But it hasn't been very much. Like the last super duper big snow, I want to say it was like 17 inches. It was crazy. And that would have been in like 2006. I'm not a fan of snow. I don't much care for being cold. Nelly! Nelly in the daytime. Wow. Hey girl, how are you? Yep, and Nelly is number 2 top fan. Oh, pretty good. I just had to bring my brother to an appointment about an hour, a little over an hour from my house, so I'm just waiting for him, so I thought I'd pop on here. Oh, you're on your phone and it's still letting you have top down? Well, at least a variety of top down. Oh, yeah, Brittany's on her phone too. I'm even on my phone. Yeah, I got a question. Then that's oh, yeah. I I have some thoughts on that. Yeah. Nelly, send me an email. The link to my email is in the channel description. I don't care if you make a fake account or whatever. Just let me know it's you. Okay, cool. I'll check that in a little bit. I can't get a good even temperature here. Okay, well it's it should be just ears to hear.biblereading@gmail. Brittany, did you catch that? I don't know if she saw it. Because I had texted her about this very thing, Nelly. In fact, I actually woke up a couple times in the night, and that was the first thing I thought of. See, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna minimize real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, look, you can see my car. Oh, and somebody else's car. Oh, it's not fancy. It's beat up. I was not the main driver for most of the time we had it. I have a nice big crack in the windshield still, too. I need to get that fixed. I need to get a lot of things fixed. Oh, it's my chicken. Chicken. Kenny, you don't even rank? You don't even rank? I can't believe. Brittany's never leaving this live, like, ever. Careful, Brittany. Nellie's gaining on you. It's always that 75 points, and then suddenly somebody pops up to 150. Oh, that makes sense. But you're mod, so you outrank anyway, right? It should just be in the links in the channel description. It's not in the live description of it. It's in, like, if you go to the main page of my channel. Or it's just, I think it's just ears to hear, period, Bible reading at Gmail. Says we got 5 people in here. Make yourselves known. Okay. Yeah, because then we can talk about that. If I ban them, then by process of elimination, I will be top. Don't ban my friends. You love Nelly too much. Nelly's little character came out really cute. Oh my goodness. Kenny, I totally forgot I did bring your uncle to the doctor today. I was all in bed getting ready to edit some videos. Totally thought I had a relaxing day ahead of me. I totally forgot. Nah, he won't. He's a good boy. I keep wanting to turn the radio on, but I cannot. Maybe I should serenade you all. Immediately, every song lyric that ever existed and is ingrained into the being or in the fabric of me just goes out of my head. You guys lucked out. Oh, is your computer still having issues? We're in the same boat. 2 peas in a pod. You know what? I would be pretty disappointed if I got a pea pod and it only had 2 peas in it. So tell me, I'm curious, how near do you think the end is? Like today, I was talking to my brother about it, and he just went silent because the whole thing is, and it won't mean much to people who don't know me, But like Kenneth, or even you guys, when we first started this, I know we discussed it, and I said I just don't feel like it's that imminent, and something has just been changing in the last couple days, and I think it is a lot more imminent than I originally thought. Pretty near, in my opinion. There's been so many floods, and every nation is going against Israel. Yeah, and this, I guess it's called Neom. I didn't know much about it. And then when I was explaining it to my ex, he kept saying, "You mean the line?" And I was like, "No, it's not like a line. It's a big city or whatever, you know." But I guess that is what it's referred to. And then I heard it's actually called Neom. And some other stuff just has me like, wow. What about you, Brittany? Yeah, exactly. It's like I was telling my brother, I don't necessarily think it will be in my lifetime, but I do believe that my kids will see it. I think people need to be prepared and keep oil in those lamps. And while I still do think we'll be up out of here, but I do feel like it could be dangerous to preach that as some given fact. Just because I think people should be prepared. And even if not us, the people who will have the opportunity to either turn towards Christ or take the mark, you know? And I feel like even if we are here, let's see, we should be praying for more time for the ones who haven't accepted Jesus yet. Well, I don't think we should be praying for more time. We should be praying for God's will and the peace in Israel. We should be praying for his kingdom come, you know what I mean? But we definitely need to be letting people know and praying for people to turn their lives around 100%. And that's what I've said a lot. It's like in the last few years, I went from, you know, obviously wanting to go to heaven and being close with God and everything, but hoping I get to live out my life and be a grandma and, you know, they live out their lives, to being like, Maranatha, let's come Jesus come, because I felt like at least if it's over and done, you know, your kids are safe and they're in heaven. The world doesn't have a chance to get its claws into them. And I don't know. But we definitely should be praying for people to turn to him. I don't know about more time for that, but praying that they do it. Do not delay. what is it? Don't pass go or whatever. I never liked Monopoly, so. And I think if we are here for the tribulation, obviously nobody's excited about doing that, right? But um, just know that no matter what we go through, just like in this life, we know the end game. We know the final plan and the final destination and everything. So just trust and keep faith. Yeah, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Yeah. Well, I could collect $200. That would be nice. Can I do that? Yeah, that'd be my luck. Just Monopoly money. Daggone. Oh. I'm gonna start door dashing again. I don't know how much it's changed. And also it makes me nervous to do because, um, to get any actual orders, I have to drive 30 or 40 minutes away. And my car is just not super healthy at the moment. And then, like, I know after I do this, and it's not a whole lot of arm movements, it's mostly freeway, but my arm ends up hurting anyway, so when I get home, my arm's going to be bothering me a lot, but I kind of wish, because when the idea of starting the daycare, was placed on my heart, I went in the town group to kind of gauge interest, and there was a lot of interest. But immediately somebody came in there and was like, well, are you going through the state? Are you licensed? And I said, well, yeah, I'm going through the training and stuff, because I was already working on that. But I kind of wish that I hadn't done that, because I could probably find somebody who needs their kids watched. But now that it's kind of out there, because on the site where you take all the training for getting licensed for the daycare, it says, like, you can babysit your friends' kids or whatever here and there, but if there's any, like, regularity to it, you can be fined really big. So, have you tried Shipt, I think it's called, or the ones where you go grocery shopping for people? I have. You can do that with DoorDash too, and we took those orders. The thing is sometimes it's really great. Like, I had some orders where it was simple and they paid well enough, but other times you're hunting around the store, they're out of stuff. You have to talk to the customer to ask what they want instead, wait for them to reply, find what they want, or cancel it, and it ends up taking a lot of time. So you're really, wasting time that you could have been, just delivering food. And it's also a lot, usually they'll have um, cases of water and other heavy stuff. And when I had my boys helping me, that, that would be okay. But, I can't always do that. Well, they do. Um, some of them will have a substitution that's acceptable, and some of them don't. Or sometimes even the substitution isn't available. And you also get dinged for, like if you have to cancel too many of the items people ask for, your rating goes down. I had pretty good ratings, and I was for deliveries, I was platinum most of the time. But then when you're platinum, they kind of use it against you and start sending you these offers that you're basically paying to take somebody their food, And if you don't accept the offers, I think you can deny 2 offers, and then they'll cancel your dash if you do it again. I'm thinking that might be a letter. Yeah, it can be, but sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And the thing is when you're as broke as I am, you can't afford to spend the gas to get the 30 minutes away, only to find out you're not going to even make the money to get there, let alone home, so it's really frustrating. I'm not super mechanical. I have fixed a washer and a dryer before, but the trouble is my arm. I'm trying to figure out something that's in town that would work, but I don't know. I just wish I could figure out opening the daycare, because I know that the cool thing about that is when you accept payment through the state, then the state will pay you directly. I don't know if it's once or twice a month or whatever they do, but you'll know it's coming, and then that helps other families that need a safe and local place for their kids to be. That's okay, Nellie. I'll figure it out somehow. I need to get a bunch of stuff together and have a yard sale. Huh, Kenny? They can. I've had yard sales that did really well, and I've had yard sales that, like, literally nobody came. One person, well, no, I guess two people came that one time. Nobody bought it. Even when Kenny was little and he was having a lemonade stand, like, nobody even got lemonade from him. But that was in a different city. Here, we had a yard sale, and the boys had, like, a nicer lemonade stand they did with, like, cherry limeade and stuff. And they did okay. And we did sell some stuff. Yeah, I actually, when I was a kid, I had a yearly lemonade stand. It was called Tickled Pink Lemonade. And I had it every year when we used to have a fair. It was like a Renaissance fair that went on right by our house when I was a kid. And I did that for several years. But then the last year I did it, I was like 12. And you could just tell I was getting too old for people to want to buy lemonade from me. Oh, you guys, my brother is calling me, so that means he is ready, and I'm going to have to drive over there. So I will probably hop on live after I get home, but thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me company. I love you guys. Goodbye.